Well, greetings once more, my fellow horror fanatics. Well, today it finally dropped, the trailer for Stranger Things Season 4, so I just wanted to get this quick reaction video out there. It's a little sad that this will be the last season, but I mean, all good things, they do eventually come to an end. Kind of like how the decade of the 80s eventually came to an end, even though it may live forever in here and in here. But let's face it, these kids aren't going to remain kids much longer, so they could not keep this up forever. And I'm going to say that, first and foremost, my impression, I love the fucking monsters. That's always been a passion of mine when I was a kid. Whether it was Power Rangers, Voltron, whatever, I love monsters. Crazy, freaky-looking monsters. They're delivering here. But the overall trailer itself was kind of, well, not so impactful to me. I think more than anything else, that kind of use of CGI, that kind of use of music has just kind of worn out thanks in no small part to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but still effective, no denying. And the history buff in me particularly was intrigued by what appears to be an aesthetic harkening to the Soviet gulags. That's particularly interesting for the timing of this, which, Stranger Things being set in the 80s. I think there's no small element of the fact that at that time period, the Soviet Union was just starting to roll back some of their secrecy and become a little more transparent, a little more open. And of course, then once that all went in the 90s, they were thrown way open. And for that time period, yeah, revelations about the Soviet prison camps from the Stalin era right up through the 80s and some of the things they did there definitely shocked the world. And as we saw in previous seasons, yeah, revelations about some of the shit the Soviets were up to, like experiments in psychic warfare, were pretty intriguing and also kind of freaky, kind of silly, and kind of scary. So I still appreciate that they're tapping into that sense of nostalgia. Now, I'm going to say above all else, the thing that disappointed me was that we only got the slightest glimpse of Robert Englund's character. I mean, when they announced that they had landed Freddy fucking Krueger for Season 4, that's a huge win in anyone's book. But all we really got was a blink and you'll miss it moment of what I assume is him with his eyes sewn shut. Which I'm certainly hoping is not a foreteller of things to come, a little hint of what's coming up. But still, you wanted to see more of him. Now, I definitely kind of like that they seem to be intending to go out with a big bang, because let's face it, so many of our favorite shows have let us down and gone out on a total flat note. Let's hope they deliver. But I'm a little bit having some mixed feelings about what is to come, because Stranger Things is the kind of story where I'm not sure you can end it on a happy note, okay? There's got to be at least a little bit of ambiguity there. A little bit of, oh, can this go on? And I'm assuming particularly Netflix is going to want to find some way to keep this up, whether it's focusing on a new group of kids, whether it's going back and talking about them when they're adults. So I don't think they're going to end it on a kind of final happy ending note. Overall, though, still a cool trailer, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. So I once again want to apologize for my recent absence for a couple of months. Just things kind of catch up to you. Unfortunately, they always do. Just like it did during the last time, right before I did my review of the Upside Down Whopper. I really hope they don't do that again. So anyway, folks, pretty cool trailer. Let's all hope for the best. It's going to be scary. See you next time.